Hi guys, today we are going to be reading Fly Guy Presents Space. I personally love all the Fly Guy books. The author is Tedd Arnold. After the Fly Guy books started, he started writing nonfiction books also, where Fly Guy teaches us about a nonfiction topic. And I love space. So let's start. A boy had a pet fly named Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name. Bzzz. One day, Buzz and Fly Guy were at the Space Museum. I want to fly into space when I grow old, said Buzz. Space? Yeah, said Buzz. We can learn all about space right here. The universe is so big that scientists don't know the exact size. Space means everything in the universe. The universe is made up of planets, stars, suns, moons, and much, much more. There are 8 planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Our house. This spaceship went all the way out past Neptune. It's called the Voyager 2. Moons orbit or travel around planets. Earth has 1 moon. Picture of Earth and their moon. And this is the surface of the moon. It's kind of cratery. Jupiter has 50 or more. Many moons. There are at least 146 moons in our solar system. I really think that's cool about Jupiter, how it has so many moons. I wonder what it would look like at nighttime. The sun is the biggest object in our solar system. It is 110 times bigger than Earth. The sun is the center of our solar system. All objects orbit around the sun because it has gravity. Gravity attracts objects to one another. The sun's gravity pulls the planets like a giant magnet. The sun is a star. Stars are huge balls of burning gas. Stars only look small because they are so far away. The sun is the closest star to Earth. It is 93 million miles away. Imagine if a star was closer than that, how much more hot it would be than the sun. Stars are not star-shaped. They are actually gigantic balls. There are many other objects in our solar system. Meteoroids are small rocks, and when they fall towards Earth, they are called meteors. A shooting star is really a meteor. Comets are large pieces of rock, dust, and ice that orbit the sun. Comets are called dirty snowballs. Asteroids are made up of rock and metal. An asteroid belt is made up of lots of asteroids. Astronauts are people who travel into space to find out more about it. There is no gravity or oxygen in space. Astronauts go on zero-gravity flights to learn how it feels to move without gravity. These rides are like very fast roller coasters. Astronauts call zero-gravity flights vomit comets. Astronauts wear special clothes to keep them safe. Space suits keep astronauts warm or cool and let them breathe. So this is their space suit. So they have lights right there, helmet, gloves. This is called temperature control valve, a safety tether, which keeps them attached to something like the spaceship, and a protective layer. You need your own helmet, Fly Guy. A spaceship is a vehicle that travels in space. There are many different types of spacecraft. A spaceship capsule is carried into space by a rocket. Some return to Earth by splashing down into water. A space shuttle also blasts off using rockets. When it returns to Earth, it lands on a runway like an airplane. Astronauts can live on space stations. A space station can be as long and wide as a football field. Well, good thing they are so big, boys and girls, because could you imagine living in space in a really small spot? I couldn't. Astronauts have done amazing things. So, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin was the first person in space. In 1962, John Glenn was the first American to orbit Earth. In 1969, Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut to walk on the moon. The first words that were said on the moon was, "The Eagle had landed." In 1986, the first teachers to be part of a Teacher in Space program. That was Barbara Morgan and Krista McLaughlin. And then in 1999, the first woman to command a U.S. space shuttle was Aline Collins. Animals were sent into space before humans. First in space. The first creature in space were fruit flies in 1947. And then 2 years later, in 1949, Albert II became the first monkey in space. And then in 1957, which was 8 years later, a dog named Lakia became the first animal to orbit Earth. Scientists can learn about space through telescopes. A telescope is a tool that uses lenses and mirrors to make faraway objects look nearer. Look, kids can use telescopes too. The Hubble Space Telescope is as big as a school bus. Oh my goodness. I would love to use that telescope. There is still a lot to be learned about space. Earth is the only planet scientists know of that have living things on it. But scientists think there could be other life in the universe. Mars rover are robots that explore Mars. Scientists are studying if there were ever water on Mars. If there was water there, there might have been life. So here's a real picture of the Mars rover. And then Buzz dressed up as an alien and said, "Take me to your leader." And Fly Guy goes, "Aliens." When Buzz got home, he made his very own asteroid belt. "Look, Fly Guy, I made it out of rocks and metals." "We learned a lot about space today," Buzz said. "I can't wait for our next field trip." All right, boys and girls. So I have 2 questions for you. The last sentence on this was, "I can't wait for our next field trip." What was the most favorite field trip that you have went on so far in school? Mine was in 5th grade. I went to the Pequot Museum in Connecticut, and that was a Native American museum, and I thought it was really, really interesting. And then, what was your favorite fact about this book? My favorite fact, I would have to say, is that Jupiter has 50 or more moons. That is crazy. All right, boys and girls, I will see you later. Have a great day. Bye now.